So in my five elements acupressure book, it says there's a dimension to each element. So like wood is motion, fire is space, earth is location, metal is shape, water is time. What would seed be? Have you ever heard that? Have you heard the dimensions with the elements before? Have you ever heard that?
Can you go through those again? Wood
Okay,
is
wood is
movement,
motion.
motion.
Its sphere is confinement. Fire is dimension is space. Its sphere is dullness.
Okay, fire is space,
Yeah.
motion. Okay, I'm following you.
Okay. Earth is location and its sphere
Location.
is conflict.
Okay,
Metal is its dimension is shape and its sphere is chaos.
okay, I'm with
And
you.
then water, its dimension is time and its sphere
Time.
is exposure.
Okay, so you have fire and water in opposition, creating space and time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have motion and shape. And then, so you're having these, so what is the opposite of location? As far as six element, the opposite of location. Space and time, you have a space, but then moving, very different. Location gives you a sense of place. It gives you a sense of being in one place, of being able to identify something particular. Seed, on the other hand, is something without form, something that permeates everything.
I would almost want to say like a vibe or a feeling like you're at home. I don't know better to say it. Okay.
You're gonna get into the sense of entropy in the creation of the universe. Ultimately, that's where you're going with that idea. And scientists have calculated that there was too much entropy. And they're like saying, where did all this entropy come from? Now, do you understand entropy?
No. Lack of
Daniela, can you explain entropy?
No, I can't.
Okay, so when the universe was created, there was massive chaos. But things began to form an order. And this forming of an order was entropy. Taking chaos into order. And scientists have said that, there's too much order. We should have more chaos, but really there's a lot of order to the universe. They can actually calculate entropy. And so some scientists don't understand why there was so much entropy. Well, that's because you get up to the sixth element, a higher understanding of God's creation. And you understand that entropy is really important. That sixth element of entropy is really important. You have to put in a lot of order. You have to have a plan. This is part of the divine plan, is to have this order and laws and causes to how all this is supposed to happen. And things need to get into line and be able to stay in line. And so there needs to be a strong entropy holding everything together so that you can have this story of how the universes develop. So I would put entropy with the sixth element.
Okay.
Because it's different from motion, it's different from shape, it's different from time, it's different from space, it's different from location, and you really need that entropy in order for everything to come together and work. And as Daniel Joseph, I asked that question one time to Daniel Joseph. I said, okay, you have this archangel Uriel. And the archangel Uriel talks about getting things into balance, like the sixth element, the endocrine system, keeping the physiology in balance. And Daniel Joseph started to talk about entropy in the universe. So that's where I'm getting my answer from Daniel Joseph, who was one of the top students of Stylianos Ateshlis.